Welcome students. Today I am here to discuss few topics of chapter 5, that is e-commerce. So let's begin. E-tailing. I think this word is very new for you all. E-tailing means selling goods in retail on the internet. It is a short form of electronic retailing. It represents business to consumer, that is B2C side of e-commerce. Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Snapdeal.com are all e-tailing firms. E-tailing has led to the development of e-tailware, which is a software tool for creating online catalogs. A new trend in e-tailing is the price comparison site on which buyers can quickly compare prices at different e-tailers. Like whenever we want to purchase something from Amazon.com, don't we compare the price with Flipkart or Snapdeal? We do. The main steps involved in e-tailing are as follows. First, we visit the website. The customer logs into the e-tailer's website through his or her mobile or phone number or personal computer laptop. This visit creates a selling opportunity for the e-tailer. First, we log in through our mobile number or through our email ID. In order to create a good first impression on the customer, the website should be simple with proper arrangement of products and other related aspects. Like whenever we want to purchase some item, some clothing item or home and kitchen related items, then we click on there are 4 to 5 lines just on the, you can say, on the left hand corner of any of the e-tailing website, and when you click on that 4 to 5 lines given in that square box, various list comes up: men's clothing, women's clothing, kitchen, home and kitchen decor, home and kitchen wear, etc., etc., kids corner. Okay, and then whatever we require, we click on that, and then the catalog opens and we select from it. Next is choice of the product. After looking into the product, its features, price, delivery time span, etc., the customer chooses the product for purchase. So after going through all the details, we select on the click button and we choose the product. To continue with this e-tailing, third step is online payment. After we choose the product, there are various options of payment. Either we can pay cash on delivery, or we can do payment through our cards, debit card, credit card, or any mode of net banking, any mode of payment we choose, and accordingly we do the payment. After choosing the product, the customer books payment online through debit card, credit card, or any e-wallet like Paytm or Google Pay, etc., etc. The e-tailer may provide a unique user account to keep the transaction safe. In rare cases, the e-tailer may allow cash on delivery of the product. Like whenever you will get the delivery, at that same time you will be paying the person. Next, fourth step is delivery of the product. Once the e-tailer receives the order and payment, he takes steps to deliver the product. The delivery of the product would depend on the availability of the inventory nearest to the customer's address. In some cases, an e-tailer just creates a platform through a website. The transaction actually takes place between the customer and the business firm. Most e-tailers take care of the entire procurement and disbursement process. Customers' feedback, very important part. In e-tailing, there is no shopping store environment. Therefore, the customer's experience through the process of online buying is very important for the e-tailer. On the basis of customers' feedback, the e-tailer can take necessary corrective actions to solve the problem and to make the services better. Late delivery, wrong product, damaged products are some of the complaints of customers. These problems must be solved and prevented in future. Otherwise, the e-tailer will lose customer. So, here is a small flowchart given. The steps involved in e-tailing, that is visit the website, choice of the product, online payment, delivery, and the customer's feedback. Next some of the advantages of e-tailing are: it provides access to consumers all over the world, which helps to increase sales. It is easy and inexpensive to start e-tailing. Overheads in e-tailing are lower than in brick and mortar stores. An e-tailer can get valuable insights into the spending habits and shopping behavior of consumers. Customers can shop from their homes without visiting the shop. It is convenient, time-saving and effortless. It is a round-the-clock service, 24 hours into 7, instead of during shop hours. So these are the following advantages of e-tailing. Next, I move on to the disadvantages. On one hand, it is having several advantages, but on the other hand, it is also having some disadvantages. So what are these? Customers do not easily trust a new e-tailing site. If it is well established and renowned and very popular, then customers rely. It may be expensive to create and maintain e-tailing website. Third, e-tailing involves infrastructure cost for order fulfillment, storage of goods, dealing with returns and other issues. Customers do not get the emotional shopping experience of physical stores. They have no opportunity to hold, smell, feel and try the product before deciding. Many consumers are accustomed to personal service during shopping, so e-tailing does not offer that. Consumers are reluctant to share their personal details online due to fear of misuse. And the last disadvantage is, in case the e-tailer becomes insolvent and cannot refund payments, consumers may have to bear the loss, and consumers may have no other way out other than bearing the loss. Related to successful e-tailing are an easily accessible, engaging and regularly updated website, product services better than competitive offerings and which add value for customers, competitive prices, strong branding and a proven business model. So these are the few requirements for successful e-tailing. This e-tailing topic is very clear to you. It is important also in accordance with the present scenario. So please read your textbook. Thank you for today. Have a nice day ahead.